third boarder, and Patsy had decided for some idiotic reason to enter Jazzle in the open halter classes this year, which would have left Windstar alone in his pasture, whinnying endlessly for his buddies. Considering his current stall walking and head tossing, he wasn't too happy in this strange location either, despite Jazzle's proximity in the next stall. "I don't know why you're complaining." Patsy thumped her bale on the ground, straightened, and ran her arm across her sweaty forehead. "We've got a nice camper out back. That'll be like a week-long slumber party." Zoe dug her penknife from her jeans pocket and sliced the twine on the bale. "Last time I spent a week here, I slept on a cot in the barn." She loosened a compressed flake of hay from the bale, slid open the stall door, and tossed it to her edgy gelding. The food did the trick. He stopped pacing and started ripping into the hay. "Hey, if that's what you prefer, I'll happily keep the camper to myself." "No, thank you." As Zoe pocketed her knife, a scuffle and a scream rolled down the barn from the far end of the aisle. "Catch him!" someone shouted. She looked toward the commotion, expecting to see a loose horse. The animal, however, wasn't loose. Not technically. A small girl, maybe 6 or 7 years old, was holding onto the end of a lead rope attached to a fat spotted pony who was struggling to get free. The pinto bumped into buckets, sending them clattering, stumbled into a tack trunk, and wheeled in an attempt to bolt. The little girl held on. Adults and bigger kids scrambled to grab the rope, which only further spooked the pony. It crashed into a wheelbarrow, half jumping, half falling over it. The collision jerked the rope, and the girl, who tumbled face first onto the dirt floor. The lead rope ripped from her hands, and the pony hit the ground, rolled, and clambered to its feet. Free at last, it took off at a dead run toward Zoe and Patsy's end of the barn. A pair of teens made an unsuccessful grab at the speedy little beast, but it dodged them, leaving only Zoe and Patsy between it and the door, and the rest of the county fairgrounds. Side by side, they spread their arms. A 2-woman barricade between the wild-eyed, charging pony and the great outdoors. The pony slowed slightly, trying to decide what to do. Then it sped up and churned toward the gap between the 2 women, committed to getting the heck out of there. Zoe lunged as it attempted to sail past her, snagged the trailing lead rope in one hand, a fistful of flying mane in the other. Patsy had made a similar move from the other side, grabbing the escapee around its neck. Used to having much bigger horses attempt to drag her, Zoe dug in her heels, threw her weight back. Water skiing without the water, or the skis. She was vaguely aware that Patsy had again mirrored her actions. The pinto may have been able to overpower a small girl. 2 women took a bit more effort. Had it been wild and untrained, or just plain rank, it might have continued to battle and would have won. But being a kid's pet and scared, the pony surrendered and stopped at the doors. Still clinging to the pony and the rope, Zoe got her feet under her, aware of a half-dozen adults and older teens surrounding them. Seasoned horsemen, speaking softly, moving slowly, deliberately, so as not to set off the jittery beast. Windstar nickered through the bars on the upper half of his stall. Zoe wondered if he was trying to soothe the pony or saying, "Better luck next time, kid." A man in a rumpled plaid shirt thudded over to them and took the rope from Zoe. "I've got him," he said, breathing hard. She looked down the aisle toward the little girl who'd face-planted in her failed attempt to maintain control. A woman was on her knees with a howling child gathered in her arms. Zoe overheard snippets of conversation from the group who'd reclaimed possession of the pony. After hearing someone say, "broken arm," Zoe caught Patsy's eye. Her cousin gestured to her. "Go." Zoe grabbed a duffel bag she'd stashed behind a pair of folded lawn chairs leaning against